today, as I sit here, I'm reminded of the incredible journey we share with my younger brother, Junior Geoffrey Pomaleu. He wasn't just my brother. He was my friend, my supporter, and a light to all who knew him. He was that same person to my sister and my mother as well. It's not easy. It's not easy to put into words the depth of who he was, his love for others, and his dedication to serving God. He lived with joy and resilience that lifted those around him, and his life has touched more hearts than he ever realized. Though he has left us, his legacy remains a powerful testament in my life going forward. I know in most of us now that he's gone. Where should I start? I wasn't really ready for that news that Wednesday evening. I had just came back from work, and when I checked my phone, I saw the message from my sister, and I told her, Celeb has been admitted. And it struck me hard, the fact that Celeb admitted Lausik. He had never been the sick one, and he had never been admitted. And the news that followed after changing everything that we know today. And so today, Milak just say a few words and to honor his life, and a remarkable young man. Was he. Celeb was born on January 17, 1998, here in Port Moresby, while my parents were here studying at Pacific Adventist University. He was the beloved son of the late Pastor Geoffrey Pomaleu, and my mother, who is a Minister Geoffrey Pomaleu as well. Celeb, from an early age, he exhibited independence, person, and he was also fearless. There were two occasions that we know of. He was 2 years old, and he jumped out of the moving vehicle, and miraculously escaped unhurt. That was when he was 2 years old. The following year, he again showed his daring nature, and he jumped into the sea while my mother was out looking for a spare hook after her hook got stuck in the reef. By 2002, because we were living beside the sea, we just had to teach him how to swim. So when we went back to Musau, taught him how to swim at Eavoku. And by 3 years old, he already knew how to swim. Celeb was incredibly, as we all know, he's a very outgoing person, a very social person, always gravitating towards people, especially people with positive energy. He thrived in the company of those who uplifted him, and inspired him to continue down the path that he saw himself following. He had this kind of warmth and charisma in him that made him become loved by a lot of people. Wherever he went, Celeb's presence will always fill the room, creating that atmosphere. And a lot of you know of that laugh I'm making, and Celeb is there. Now, in 2005, he began his formal education after we left Medem Manus Mission. We came to Lay in 2005. He started his grade 1 at Lay Adventist Primary School. Moved back and forth with other schools, but he eventually completed his studies there and then moved to Kabiufa Adventist Secondary School. Towards his final year, the loss of our father, late Pastor Geoffrey, in 2016 was a heavy blow for him. And though he was in his final year, Celeb took some time out to grieve. So he later came back in the following year to complete his study. So despite his heartache, he showed remarkable resilience during that time, and he pressed forward with faith and eventually got baptized. Well, actually, he got baptized before my dad passed away, our father passed away. And in 2018, Celeb continued his education to Sonoma Adventist, where he studied there until 2021. Celeb is known for that name Celestic, and so he's passionate about building. He earned himself that nickname while growing up, Chakarib stick around all the time. And then, we kind of saw that he was going to be a carpenter, so also I nicknamed him Celestic at times. And we finished 2021. There he developed, I think, while at Sonoma, there he developed a passion for communication. I was doing a bit of communications in the house with, and he was there all the time watching me doing all these things. But later, when he became exposed to all those equipments and the friends that he had at Sonoma, he developed this skill of communication and media as well. But Celeb contributed so much, did so many contributions to the community projects and ministry projects while in Sonoma and after finishing from Sonoma. We share a very profound bond, a bond of faith, ministry, and music as a family. We are a singing family. We stand together through every trial. The challenges that we've faced, challenges that we've faced from losing our father and to now losing Celeb, tested me plus that. It tested our unity. But we've never broken our faith. The three of us are left steadfast because we have a mother whose faith is very strong. My sister and I, we continue to look up to her as a God-fearing woman, and we know that God is in control amidst our deepest grief. In 2021, Celeb participated in the 90 years celebration, the anniversary celebration at Musau, and then later went on to participate in the 75th anniversary celebration of our village in Rosun as well, Manus, where he became widely loved and appreciated for the contribution that he had made as well. So after those events, he moved to live with me in Port Moresby and began working with Central Papua Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church as a casual employee. In fact, before joining CPC or Central Papa Conference, Celeb had worked with the number one Trophy House Limited, NWTL, but later resigned. He was actually a supervisor there as well, but he later resigned, explaining to me that he wanted to give his first years of ministry and service back to the mission. Growing up as a missionary kid, he wanted to give that back to the mission. So that this sense of dedication guided him in all that he did. So while Celeb was working at CPC, he contributed to the construction of the new basketball court and the domes for the FOD program that's been practiced by a project that Honorable James Marape, our Prime Minister, decided to practical at on Diamond. So Celeb was part of the team that made that possible. His strong commitment to service remained a consistent aspect of his life. Even when he received a job offer from Lihir Mining Company. However, he felt the call to continue serving the mission and chose to accept the call that came from NBNI, the Brittany Island mission, instead. And in the same year, Celeb's decision led him back to our roots in the mission field, where he took on the role of maintenance and building supervisor or director with NBNI mission. He was settling into his role when on September 18, 2024, he passed away, leaving us with an irreplaceable void in our family. Celeb in his own personal life had begun planning our future with a young lady that he met at Sonoma, discussing marriage and making plans for their life together. Their dreams of a December wedding unfortunately will not come to pass now that Celeb has rested in the Lord. Growing up with parents who embodied faith, Celeb embraced the values that he was taught by, the values that we were taught by. And a song that became a family anthem, and as all of you know, that we've sang is God is too wise to be mistaken. The 14th of September, a few days before his passing, he sang that song one last time with his sister friend and his girlfriend. That moment filled with faith and love remains a very powerful testament to his enduring spirit and trust in God. You know, even as we carry this pain, we still need to continue in faith. My sister and I are astonished. In fact, we immediately asking, what kind of faith is this that my mother has put up? She showed every day. Her faith remains an unwavering example, and we will stand by her side through every trials until God decides to call one of us to rest again. And my brother, your passing has left me, our mother, and our sister deeply broken. We saw a lifetime with you. We saw a lifetime with you, my brother, not a lifetime without you. You were so much more than we could ever imagine. And we will forever cherish those memories, the memories that we shared, the joy that you brought into our lives, the boundless love you gave to everyone. Your legacy of faith, kindness, and service will live on in our hearts forever. To everyone who has shown their love and support, thank you. We're deeply grateful for every act of kindness, whether in cash or kind. Your messages and tears that have strengthened us in this time of grief. Though I cannot name all of you, please know that your support has helped carry us through. For those who are unable to be there in person but had sent us messages, encouragement, we have read each word. Like many of you, we are still coming into terms with the voice that has now been silent. We are also in disbelief, still in disbelief. But on behalf of my mother and my sister and our family, we extend our heartfelt appreciation. We will continue to serve God faithfully. We continue to serve God faithfully, sustained by the faith of our father and our mother, and the unwavering faith of our brother. As we await the day we will be reunited with our beloved father and our beloved brother. God will grant us his answers, the answers to our questions in due time. But in the meantime, we gather ourselves back together and continue to serve him, because soon, very soon, he will come. And though the questions that we have it's left unanswered, we are comforted by the promises in the scriptures as well, that one day we will see him again. One day we will meet our loved ones again. Some Bible talk, as Jesus himself said, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live, even though they die. And whoever lives by believing in me will never die. John chapter 11, 25 to 26. And this is a promise assuring you me yourself. Death does not have the final word. And we shall meet our loved ones once again, very soon. And I recall one of Ellen G. White's writing that reminds us in the great controversy of Tokosam, the day is coming when the night of trial will end. And then will the glory of God be revealed, and his people will be free to shine forth the brightness of his glory. Page 650. This encouragement encourages me to trust in God's timing, knowing that while we grieve, while our grief is deep, he will one day make everything clear to us. And as we press forward, let us hold tightly to our faith, knowing that one day all our pain and losses will be erased in the light of God's eternal love. And until then, let us cherish the memories of our loved ones, of my brother Salat, and everyone that we've lost, trusting that we will see them again one day soon. Thank you.
Looking beyond one time. By the time if anything happens, it's just a night away. Then you will see all of you again. There is confidence about this. I preach about this and I believe it.
Believe the time is near when the nations far and shall awake and shout and sing.